Hello everyone, welcome back. This is episode 54 of my podcast, Brain Dribble, where I'm making so many mouth sounds because all I ate today was a coffee. Yep, you heard me right. I ate a coffee. I'm the only person who knows how. No one else is physically capable of chewing a coffee, but I found a way, like Drake Bell found a way. I found a way to eat a coffee. I ate the whole cup, everything that came along with it, all the ice, all the coffee, and the coffee. I chewed it all up, I swallowed it, it was real good. And now that coffee doesn't leave you with a very good smooth mouth. Coffee does not leave you with a smooth mouth. You got a little bit of grainy, and then it makes the sounds like that. And so that's not preferable. But, that's where we're at today. A few days ago now, I ate a bunch of White Castle for the first time ever. I got White Castle. I had a thing about White Castle. I was never going to try it. And my friend convinced me in 20 seconds to try it. So I tried White Castle. They got us the wrong order, so we got all our money back. I literally almost spent $22 on White Castle. I had no idea. Literally what White Castle is just microwaved burgers, like they're sliders that you get in the frozen section. That's what the food is from White Castle. You just gotta be fucked up to eat it. You gotta be fucked up to eat White Castle, you motherfucker, you crazy ass bitch. You are insane. You have to be insane to eat it. And someone just parked right next to me, but I don't give a fuck because this is my life now. I'm a guy who sits in a car and talks. So yeah, park next to me. I'll look you dead in the eyes if you try to tell me not to do that. So here we are in the car. I ate White Castle for free, and I ate a goddamn shit ton of it, and I wasn't even hungry to begin with, but you know how it is when you're insane. You know how it is when you're fucked up, when you just drank a bottle of wine. You gotta eat the White Castle. And so I gave it a nice, good college try. I gave it a real shot, and I was like, this is exactly what I expected it to. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be. White Castle, no surprises there. It's just burger and patty and soft. It's soft food is what it is. You could honestly, it might be the easiest thing to blend up into a drink and drink. So I'm drinking my White Castle and I'm eating my coffee, and someone's car alarm's going off because people don't know how to be quiet. I could have found a more remote parking lot, but you know what? Whatever. I didn't feel like going very far. So I tried White Castle, and that's all there is to say about White Castle. And I was so full because I wasn't hungry enough to begin with, and then I ate a bunch of White Castle, a shit ton, a metric. If you can measure, I ate four shits worth of White Castle, and I'm still bloated. That was 2 days ago. And all I ate yesterday was a little bit of something. I don't get hungry or full anymore. That's not true. I get full, but I don't really get hungry anymore. I could just eat whenever I'm I'm supposed to eat right now. And then I'll eat, and then it'll feel full, and I'll be like, oh, I'm so bloated. And I don't know why. I don't know what is causing me to feel so bloated. Maybe it's all the fucking sugar that I eat and shit and coffee. Anyway, White Castle made me shit a bunch, made me gassy, made me bloated. So just about par for the course of what you'd expect from White Castle. It was all right. It was, I won't get it again. I will never go out of my way to get White Castle, but if someone's getting it, I don't think I should. No, they're not worth $1. They're not. Each one of their sliders is $1. Not really worth it. Unless you get like four sliders for $4, that's not so bad. But listen, I don't want to do that again. I had this whole thing about, I had this White Castle and 2 Girls 1 Cup. Never thought they would have anything in common. Did they? Did you? Did they? You think that? Did you? Huh? Did you? Well, now I'm gonna bring it to a place. I'm gonna bring they have one thing in common. As my thing is that I would never watch or try it. I had a thing about both of those, and I did both of those things. So now there's no secrets anymore. You know, I've really just let myself go in terms of what I've watched and tried. I don't take much convincing. I had a thing. I was like, I'm never gonna watch 2 Girls 1 Cup, because why? But then someone had it and they were watching it at a party or something, and they showed me, and I was like, oh, I guess I've seen it now. I guess we're just gonna have seen it now. So now you never thought those things would have anything in common, but they do. And that was that I would never watch or try it, and I now have done both. So yeah, there's no more secrets in the world. Now I know everything. Now I've seen 2 Girls 1 Cup, and I've tried White Castle. I've basically experienced all there is to experience in the world. I feel like that's the 2 ends of the spectrum. Not very far. Actually, White Castle is what they ate before they shit in the cup. That's why it looked like that. Dude, my shits were fucking horrible. And I woke up the next morning, I shit 3 or 4 times in the morning. Just like, I shit, and I was like, I'm not going to wipe this because I know I'm not done. And lo and behold, more comes out of my ass. And then I wipe, and then I get up and I go do my thing, and then I'm like, no, there's more. And then I get rid of some more. And it's just taking out the trash. That's all shitting is. Just taking out the trash. Your body's like, what? Let's get rid of this. I love to picture my stomach has a brain, and it's thinking, whenever I put something into it that's not good or like I just picture my stomach thinking, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with this? Oh, this is what you've decided to put in me. Great. Thank you so much. Oh, what the fuck? And that's probably what my stomach has been doing recently with my diet being mostly coffee and carbs and sugar, and I guess White Castle's in there too now. I'm sorry, body. Yeah, I ate White Castle, and we're never doing it again on purpose. Unless somebody's ordering it, then I'll maybe get something, but it's never my first choice, and shouldn't be. Honestly, if White Castle's your first choice, check yourself into a mental institution, because that's fucking wrong. You're just wrong at that point. If you go, same thing with Taco Bell, bro. Taco Bell's a little bit more excusable, but White Castle is the pinnacle of just what the fuck. Because the only time I've ever heard of a White Castle before, whatever, was, I don't even know, before what? I don't know. The first time I ever heard of a White Castle was from the Eminem song where he signs the autograph on a piece of toilet paper, whatever the fuck. And it's just like, it just puts that picture in your mind, is like, what is the shittiest place? And if for the longest time, it still is the worst place. Like, that is the lowest of the low, and I stooped to it. So So I guess that's where I'm at in life now. I guess that's why for the past few days I've felt extra shitty. It's just like we're gonna feed my body wrong. We're just gonna do it terribly. We're gonna take this hunger that I feel, kinda, cause I wasn't really hungry, but I was like, I gotta eat something. And and we're just gonna take this hunger and this feeling, and we're gonna fill it with just the incorrect answer. Is what White Castle is just the incorrect answer. What, you're hungry. What do? We eat food. Okay, what food? White Castle? Wrong. You got it wrong. And so yeah, my body's paying me back for that. Yesterday, all I had to eat was just like a little bit of leftover because I was just still so bloated from the other night. And then today I had a bagel and a fucking little bit of hash browns and a coffee, really sweet coffee. And I have the balls to wonder why I'm gaining weight. I'm like, I barely eat anything. I eat like one meal a day, but that one meal is so fucking it's just load up on the carbs, boy. Just fucking consume all of the incorrect answer. And then I feel bloated and I'm like, why am I bloated? All I had was thing. And then I gained 4 more pounds when I'm like, I like to be 185. I'm 200 now. So that's where I'm at. So we're going to try and fix that. We're trying to fix that. It was a mistake. White Castle, I'm sorry. Not really sorry, but I feel like I have to say I'm sorry because I gotta just, I don't know. I give people the benefit of the doubt. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, White Castle. You feed people, whatever. But it was a mistake. It was a mistake. You know when you like step in a puddle or something and like then your shoes get wet and then it's like, okay, that would be fine if it just stopped there, but your shoes are not waterproof. Then your socks get wet, and when a sock is in a shoe and it's wet, it's just damp for the rest of the fucking day. And you're sitting there or standing there doing whatever you're doing, and then slowly the water just like tickle. It's just tickle. Now you have to itch so bad. That's just like, you can just feel fungus growing is what it is. If you have wet socks in a shoe and you're just like standing there and you're like, ugh, and you have to just start kicking the ground because you're like, what am I going to do? Untie my shoe, take the fucking thing off. And just, no, you have to just, the only thing you can do is kick the ground because you can't itch through a shoe. They need to have I need to invent a shoe that has a compartment that you can open up. Kind of like a Heeley, but instead of a wheel, it's just like your foot. And then the same thing with the sock, it has a little zipper, and then you can get straight through, and then you can itch it. You can itch your shoe sock toe because you stepped in water and it was all downhill from there. So now I'm barefoot because I just got to let these puppies breathe. Otherwise it's just the feeling of this is where fungus grows. This is just the environment that we really like for fungus. So there's no way out of that. And when it happens, it's the worst. You know what I noticed about New Jersey? It only rains at night. I had a job when I worked nights, and I worked outside at night. And every time I would work, it would fucking rain. And it still rains, but now I work in the morning, and it only starts right, like I would have to work in the rain at my old job. There's no way around it. Now, I don't have to work in the rain, but I work in the morning. And it starts raining always right when we get off. And it's just like, well, fuck. I guess that is just my luck. Fuck, I guess that's my luck. So you understand my frustration now, where I want it to rain, but I don't want it to rain on my toes, because then I'll be itchy and fungus will grow. Bars. It kind of rhymed, right? Fungus will grow on my toe. Yeah. But yeah, that's the worst fucking thing ever. I hate it when I have bad feet. I'm like anti-shoe almost. I just like to run around, kick off those shoes, get a little dirty toes. I like it. It's good. Okay. Yeah. So if you have that, I will be working on that. That invention that I just made up is a patent pending. I just put it into the system, and we're gonna fix that problem. Or what about, instead of all that, what if they're just waterproof? I need waterproof shoes. That's really the trick. There's the rub. I need a waterproof shoe. That'll avoid it. But like, even when they say they're waterproof, they're like not. Why would they have a boot that's not waterproof? Like, I'm just walking around and just all it was wet grass that ruined my day. All it was wet grass, just some soggy grass, some dew, some fucking Mountain Dew. And my shoe said, come on in, moisture. We welcome you here. Come on in. They should just mow the fucking grass. It's not my shoe's fault. It's not my fault. It's not the water's fault. It's the people who own the house who didn't mow their lawn. So yeah, fuck that shit. We're gonna get into my first note of the day. I know I'm a little late to talk about this, but the whole Gabby Petito, what is her name? I don't even fucking know her name. Cool. So disrespectful. Gabby Petito. Gabby Petito. Why are they looking like, with all the shit that has happened in the past year, all these breaking news stories, all these big government officials just being outed left and right for fucking pedophilia and all that shit, and like Epstein and all that shit, and wars and genocide and all the world news that we're thinking about, public executions, love that. That's what we've been paying attention to for the past year. And now one blonde girl dies. And I can't even pretend to care. When that is the other shit that's going on, I don't give a fuck. And I don't feel bad for not caring, because what is the only reason that people care? Because she's pretty? Dude, if it's the fucking people at the top who control everything, and they're if it's the people at the top who control everything, and the people who decide what the news is gonna be decided that this would be the story, they're still looking for her, right? They're still looking for her dead body. And the people at the top are these pedophile ring people. What do you think they're going to do once they find her body? They want to fuck her corpse. I'm telling you. That's the only reason they're still looking. Because she's really pretty, right? You look at the pictures and she's like, wow, look at her. Fucked up. But hey, you know, I like, that's just like the epitome of like, how can we just like, people will go right back to what they were yesterday, when everything's all said and done, all this trauma that the news has instilled into us, and we'll just go, oh, what, a blonde white girl got lost, and then they don't know where she is, but they're killing people in Yemen still. People are dying of starvation. Cool. No, we don't give a fuck about that. Where's the one white girl? Where's the blonde girl? Where'd she go? And why didn't they arrest the guy who did it? Where did he go? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. There's so much worse shit going on in the world than we're supposed to be like, where did she go? Like, I just can't, I don't know. Yeah, that's my whole thing. It's just, if these are the people who are controlling the news decide that we want to talk, so we're looking for, I think one of the other things that I wrote down on my note was somehow I wanted to say that, yeah, this cunt had it coming. Dude, I don't know how to get there from that, but that's my take on that. It's like, oh, who gives a shit? Yeah, it's terrible. It happens sometimes. And now like people are going to be scared to go outside even more. People are going to be scared to go to national parks now because they're like, oh, I could be killed there. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who really sits down and like, is like, that could kill me? What? I don't even know where I'm going with this. Who, like, I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care about Gabby Petito. But she's cute though. She was cute. The whole thing is just stupid. I'm stupid, you're stupid, we're all stupid. Dumb. So like, arranged marriages are a thing, right? But when you sit down and you think about it, isn't every marriage arranged? Like, you gotta get it all together, you gotta get it all set up, you gotta go and get everybody invited. You have to arrange a wedding. It's like, why even clarify if it's a wedding has been arranged? Arranged marriage. You always arrange a marriage. And if you didn't, and it's just, whoa, like if it's the most like spontaneous thing, then the universe arranged it. Like every single marriage is arranged. There's no way to not be like, that's what I'm going to say. If I ever get married, I'm going to say it was an arranged marriage. Yeah. We were married, because we had to, do all the paperwork. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing you got to do. You have to arrange a marriage. That's the whole thing there. I don't know. Just fun playing with words with that, with the fucking, if every arrange is a marriage. So on Snapchat, oftentimes, there's these stories that they do on these people who are weird. They have some kind of naturally occurring oddity. They're only the torso up. They got a tumor. Their face looks like it's melting. Like they have 17 arms. Like these people that like They do these Snapchat feature stories like my body's weird. They 17 eyes, you know. I just really used the same number twice because I couldn't think of a different number. Way to go. You know, sometimes they have like, oh, I have 47 toes. Why is it always 7? What is anything funny there that I could say that isn't like, you know, you got like my body's covered in mumps, you know? I have the mumps eternally. My body's covered in jizz. Born different is what it's called. You know, oh, my face is melting, or he's 40 but looks 12, you know? His arms age faster than his body. It's like, well, okay, what? Why do I care? And they'll do these like little pieces on them. They're like, oh, he's just, his face is falling off. It's time to go to the doctor. You get that checked out, maybe. Well, basically what I'm saying is that these people are, especially the people who have like amputations, or like they're only the torso. If they're only the torso, like naturally they're going to have like very ripped arms. Like they're going to be very strong in the arm area. And you think about that and you're like, I should get my legs amputated so that my arms can be ripped. Just rip off my legs so that my arms will be ripped. You ever think about that? You ever sit down and think about how Volkswagen wanted one of their cars to inspire violence? When you saw one, if you see a punch buggy, you know, if you see a beetle, you have to punch someone. Isn't that fucking weird? That they sat there and they were like, you know what we want to happen when someone sees our car? We want someone to be filled with rage, and we want people to punch other people because look, it's the car. And then you just beat the shit out of someone. Isn't that kind of weird? Like, who decides, oh yeah, this is the campaign that we're gonna do is if you see one of these cars, you punch somebody. Oh, it's a great idea. Yeah. What if we just do stab SUV? You know, what if you see a SUV and you gotta stab someone? What if you see a Mercedes and you gotta murder someone? It's the murder Mercedes. You gotta do it. You gotta kill someone because you saw a Mercedes. They would never run those ads. They would never allow that. If every time you saw an SUV, you gotta stab the nearest friend of yours because it's a fun little game. Just beat the shit out of your best friend because you saw a certain type of car. Bestiality Buick? I mean, are you kidding me? Every time you see a Buick, you have to fuck an animal? Isn't it strange that a German car company wanted one of their cars to inspire violence? I don't want any German thing to ever be motivating any type of violent behavior in any sort of way. They're just like, how do we keep Hitler's name alive? How do we really just like hammer it home? I bet the original punch buggy was like literally just punch a Jewish person. If you see a punch buggy, it's because we're a German car company. We like it when we would like it if you were to keep Hitler's name alive and punch the nearest Jew that you can find. I don't know. I just think that's a bad look. I just think that's a really bad look. It's just, if you see one of our cars punch somebody, maybe don't. Punch Buggy, punch somebody. If you see a punch Buggy, you gotta punch somebody. I don't agree with that. That's not a good idea, Volkswagen. You should go back in time and take that back, because you just start, like, what if other car companies followed suit? What if one day Buick was like, every time you see one of our cars, you gotta fucking, you know? It's part of our little thing. It's just what we like to do here at Buick. You gotta have, if you don't have an animal, find one. And fuck it. When you see somebody who's like really good at something, like if someone was playing the guitar and they're like fucking amazing, like the best guitarist you've ever seen, it's like, wow, they're fucking really good at guitar. But then you sit there and you're still thinking like, oh my God, they're amazing at the guitar. But then suddenly you start thinking, I bet they spend a lot of time playing the guitar. I bet I'd be just as good as he is if I spent the same amount of time to do it. I don't think anything impresses me, because I'm just like, wow, that's what you did with your time. If I spent the same amount of time on it, I'd be just as good. It doesn't impress me. It's, oh, you chose to do that. That's what you chose to do with your time. Wow. What if I did that too? It's, nothing impresses me. It's like, yeah, if I spent that much time on that, I'd be good too. You're not special. You didn't do anything except that a bunch. And instead, I didn't do it. And instead, I played RuneScape, probably. I'm just trying to, every day, I'm just like, what if I didn't spend all that time on RuneScape? What if I was like actually doing something productive? I could be one of the 22-year-old millionaires. I could be, well, look, he made his fortune playing Minecraft on YouTube. If he was actually dedicated and actually stuck with it, maybe he'd be a YouTuber by now. Not to get regretful, but it's just like, come on. It is fucking so hot in my car. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Oh, I'm so hot. I'm so sexy. I don't know how to deal with it. Oh. Sometimes you like get self-conscious about things, but then you remember that no one has ever like lived a completely perfect life. Like, there's no such thing as a good life. There's no such thing as anyone who's ever done everything correctly. And there's room for error in life or whatever. And there's always time. What? There's always, as long as you're not deceased, then there's still time to fix your problems. Who the fuck am I telling you how to fix your problems? Oh, what the fuck is my problem? So, basically what I'm saying is, I'm just winging it. We're all just winging it. No one knows what we're supposed to be doing. No one knows what we should be doing. We're all just like, I guess this is it. I guess this is how it is. What am I even talking about? Nothing really. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. And that's really what the podcast is all about. Just saying whatever I'm at, wherever I'm at. Here I am. This is who we are. I don't know. That's really all I have to say today. I don't have much. I'm running out of things to say, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm gonna have to start. I need to just do more improvisational shit. I just need to sit here and think. Come on, boy, think. What is happening? It was good to let my mind roam for a little bit, but when it's like I'm trying to make a time, and I just sometimes you don't have all of it, you know? Sometimes you're not fully prepared. Sometimes you don't have it all together. Sometimes you are a bunch of different pieces, and when you try to put them together, it just comes off really forced. I don't know where. Fuck, bro. I'm trying really goddamn hard. I just don't think as much as I used to. And that's a problem, right? I don't like that. I wish we would think about things in a funnier way. I want to like look at the news and like find ways to turn that into a funny thing. Like, I don't know. I'm like out of ideas and I have to figure out because I know how to make content, but the problem has always been like, you can't I don't want to rely on other people in order to make videos, and in order to not do that, I have to figure out how to make them consistently alone. And there's just so much thinking and preparation into how to do it that's all I really end up spending my time doing. Fucking over planning, bro. Stop it. This is my advice to myself. If you have an idea, don't wait. Don't wait. Just start. Fucking who knows? Just say anything and maybe it'll work out. Just fucking start. You have an idea. Don't spend all day and all night thinking about how to do it. Just start doing it. And you'll work out the kinks by yourself. The longer that I go without recording a podcast, the harder it gets to do one. And that's the problem, is I need to get myself to flex that muscle a little bit more. How do you expect to get better and funnier if you're just not? If you're just like sitting back and coasting on all the other shit you did already. You're like, oh, I recorded a podcast and I have like a bunch of highlights. I'm just waiting for them to go up. But like, yeah, but I'm not getting funnier. If anything, I'm getting worse. I'm getting worse at everything. I'm just not funny anymore, I guess is what I'm saying. I am trying to be something I'm not. And really what I need to do is just let myself get a little looser, get a little goosey goose. I need to I used to have a personality, and I feel like it is gone. But where did it go? Who am I now? Who did I used to be? What am I trying to whose energy am I trying to channel? I'm trying to be silly, goofy, funny. I'm trying to be silly, goofy, funny Tyler. All four things. And I'm like, why am I putting so much pressure on myself just to be myself? Who am I trying to please? If I'm trying to please myself, then I have a hand, and I have some lotion, and I have the whole wide internet just to look at whatever I want. If I'm trying to please myself, I could do that all day. But I'm trying to please someone else, then then I have a hand, and I have lotion, and this metaphor is losing me. I don't really, if I gotta make shit for me, man. I just gotta make shit for me. I gotta do videos and all it is ever just thinking about how to do it. Even right now, I'm just thinking about how to do it. I just gotta start, and that's what this is. So use my information to improve your life. This is an example of what you should be doing, which is it. What is it? Do it. Just do it, what your thing is. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because this is it. This is all it is. And you got to start. And if you don't start, then someone else will start for you? I don't know about that. But if you don't start, then you never will start. And then it'll be gone ever, forever. And you will never do anything, ever. So just start. Please, I'm begging you. Just start doing it, whatever it is. What is it? It's it. What is it? So that's what I'm talking about. Biatch. That's what I'm saying. I just need to start recording myself driving around and having funny thoughts. Because that is when your mind is really, you tell the truth when you're drunk and when you're driving. Because if you just start ranting while you're driving, you'll say something that's in there. You'll say something that's inside of you. It might be useless. It might be meaningless. And it might be total garbage. But at least it's something. At least it's something. How to turn your brain into gushy matter. How to put your brain in this space, in this place that it just goes. Drive. So I guess this is gonna be Tyler's driving podcast now, where I just sit in my car and I just let my brain fall apart, because that's what the podcast is supposed to be. It's just supposed to be a therapeutic little just gook, jooky book, and you just shit all over a video. You just shit everywhere. Just shit onto an audio format. Listen to yourself, say nothing. But at the same time, all the nothing is who you are, and you're being yourself, and you are letting your creative passion, your creative. I invented two words just now. The first one is creative, and the second one is invent. So, that's a perfect example of what you should do. And how many times am I just gonna say, start doing it? What am I even doing? I don't know. But we're here, and we're trying, and that's what matters. And we're just gonna keep doing that, I guess. Because, what else is there, right? What else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna fucking do it? No. What are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there and you're gonna think about it. You're gonna think about it. And if the longer that you think about it, that's more time that you could have spent doing it. So, wow. I'm really just saying nothing. That's the whole point. That's just the whole point, ain't it? That's just the whole point. That's just why we're here. There's no point. Oh, it's the perfect metaphor for life. I just started watching Seinfeld, and it just, it's nothing. It just gets stupider and stupider. It's just dumb. And it's a show about nothing. And nothing is life, and life is nothing, because we're all gonna die. Nothing means anything. So it's the perfect metaphor for life. It just keeps going, and there's no real rhyme or reason to whatever you're thinking or saying or doing, because you are just a human body with the past experiences that you just act on these emotions and these feelings, and you're like, where did that come from? Why did I start doing that? And it's just, no one has any free will. I don't believe in that. Don't believe in free will. Why would you? That's kind of depressing. I don't think you know what? No. I believe in free will. I believe I had the free will to not do this podcast that I've been skipping every week. I'm like, oh, new episodes every Friday. And then I skip a week every time. So it's not every Friday, it's every other Friday, but you don't know that, and so you're just gonna subscribe to this thing. No one's gonna put shit out. No one's gonna do shit. And it may seem like I'm having a mental breakdown right now, but I am not. I am just letting this is why, this is the whole point. It's the whole fucking thing. Here's me in my rawest form. This is what it is. Why am I convincing myself? See, like, this is my struggle. This is my self-confidence struggle. I'm literally trying to bribe you into listening to me. I'm like, this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for 54 episodes. It's not news. You know what this is for, and I know, and this is my filibuster. I'm not saying anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just existing, and it's nothing. It's fucking garbage, but at least I'm speaking passionately. At least I'm saying words. Because I could be sitting here in silence, and I'm not. So, I don't know who the fuck is gonna listen to this, but that's my problem. If I'm making something for me, then it's just me. And it doesn't matter if anyone watches it. And that's what the podcast needs to be. Because if I sit there and I make every podcast perfect, I'm going to spend so much time on the shit that's not going to matter. When I could just be saying this, and this kind of matters. So just fucking upload it. This is what it is. This is what it is. Oh shit. I think I know that guy. All right. Yeah. I don't know what the point of anything I'm trying to say is, and that's the point. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys next time. This is where we're at. This is where we're at.